Hi, welcome to the Service Desk Institute's online exhibition. My name's Ollie O'Donoghue, and here we have Dave from CRM Works.
Hello.
How you doing?
Hello there.
So do you mind telling us a little bit more about yourself and CRM Works?
Yeah, of course. CRM Works was founded in 2001 off the back of relationships with other service desk vendors, service management vendors. So we've engaged with a number of organisations over the years, and we engaged with Cherwell in 2009 to help them launch the Cherwell offering into Europe. So we were the first reseller in Europe, in fact.
Cool. So account management is really important from a service desk vendor perspective. How would you describe your style?
We're very consultative in terms of our approach. It's extremely important for us to completely understand the customer's requirement. So for us, it's all about the long-term, ongoing relationship with that customer. So what we'll do is work with that customer, understand their requirements fully, document those requirements within our internal Cherwell-based project management system, communicate those back, get agreement with the customer, and then work with them to actually configure the product. Now, it could be that in certain instances we'll do all the work. In other instances, it could be that they will do some of the work themselves.
Cool. So partnership's really important.
Absolutely.
You guys.
Yeah, critical to us.
Excellent. So let's take a look at the tools. Let's say I'm a service desk manager and I need to log a major incident.
Okay. So I'm just going to step out here to an incident that we've logged previously. So if we imagine here we've got a trend that's starting to build. Henry's logged this particular incident. It's been logged as a priority 4 incident, but over time other incidents are getting logged. We start to see that trend building. So what we're able to see here, if we look down on our tab at the bottom here, similar incidents. So we could see from here that maybe our trend is starting to build, and we might then want to modify this and actually make it a priority 1 incident. So in doing that, that's very clearly marked here as a priority 1 incident. We have the ability then to select this as a major incident. So the effect of this is we now have this linked incidents tab, bottom right. So if we chose to, we could then choose to link any number of associated incidents with this major incident. And as it runs through its workflow, so I'll look at resolving this particular incident. So in this here, server reboot, resolve the issue. So we've entered our close description in there. Our cause, so in this instance this might be a hardware malfunction that actually brought this incident into play. And then we're prompted here as to whether we want all of the associated linked incidents to be resolved in the same manner as the major incident. So that would take the description we've just entered, the cause code, populate that down through each of the associated incidents, and then each of the users associated with those incidents would receive an email letting them know their issue had been resolved.
Wow, so that automation really saves some time, especially if it's a big major incident.
Absolutely.
Cool.
Absolutely.
So how easy is it to access your real-time analytics?
Very straightforward indeed. So if I just click on the home icon here, this will take us back to our home dashboard. So we can see here a global IT dashboard. All of this content is configurable. We can drill down onto this. We can also export from it. So if we drill down and saw a list of records, we could right-click and export from there. In terms of modifying that content, I can go into my dashboard manager and access those out-of-the-box dashboards, and there are dozens of dashboards within Cherwell. So I'll just drill down here into my default dashboard folder, and we'll see that dashboard we were just looking at, that global IT dashboard. And if I wanted to modify this in any way, I can simply click on any of these controls, drag them away, remove them if I chose to. In the menu bar on the left-hand side here, I can also define new widgets. So the term for each of these components are widgets. We can define new widgets, and all of the pre-existing widgets have been defined within the product.
Wow, so it's really customisable.
Completely customisable.
Excellent. You can pick and choose the valuable stuff and not worry about the stuff that's not.
Absolutely.
Excellent. So I mean, a lot of vendors out there talk about being codeless. What does that mean for Cherwell? What makes Cherwell stand out as a codeless piece of software?
Well, Cherwell was designed from the ground up to be a codeless application. So We can configure the system in any way we choose. We can add new fields, new structure, relationships, forms. We can even create entirely new modules without the necessity for any coding whatsoever. So what we're looking at here is the Cherwell Administrator module. So what I'm able to do is drill into what we call a blueprint. This is our vehicle for making changes to the system. I can create a new blueprint from here. Let's go into something we recognise. So we've been looking at incident records here. I'll drill into here and we'll have a look at the form. So here's our incident form. If we wanted to create a new field, it's as simple as right-clicking, creating a new field. There we go. We have different field types here. We can specify an awful lot more options here if we want to take advantage of that. I'll just simply click on OK in this particular instance. We have our new field down here in our list of fields. I can drag this anywhere I want on my form. I can align it with other controls if I choose to. So we have alignment tools and what have you here. And effectively I can make this interface my own. So the whole of this interface has been designed using the Cherwell Administrator module. So by definition, it can all be modified.
Whilst that level of customization capability means you can extend the value of this tool to any situation, so outside of IT.
Absolutely, and there's certainly a trend for doing that at the moment. We've configured systems for HR, for engineering support, for your factory management, that sort of thing as well.
Wow. Okay, so let's take a look at your killer feature. What's the killer feature on this tool?
Killer feature. Our killer feature is MApps. MApps being mergeable applications. So what we have the ability to do is leverage a web portal called the MApp Exchange. So this allows us to come into Cherwell's managed portal and view any of the MApps that are available within here. So MApps can be defined by customers. They can be defined by Cherwell themselves or by resellers such as SerumWorks. So potentially anyone can create an MApp, they can upload it to the MApp Exchange and make that available to other people. So if we were looking at applying one of these MApps, and just by way of an example, I'll use this project management module as an example. I can drill down here, I can see the details of this particular MApp, I can choose to download it. And having done that, I can then step back to my administrator. I can choose to apply an MApp, open that MApp, and then step through a wizard to apply that content into Cherwell. So we'll step through that wizard now. I accept the terms. And I'm simply stepping through, responding to any prompts if I need to. So it's keeping me updated in terms of what it's planning on doing, the fields it's creating, data it's planning on importing, that sort of thing. So as I step through, I can see that if I need to. Okay, we're at the end of the process here. We have a choice. So we can either open a blueprint in the same way we saw a blueprint just now and continue to modify this, evolving it, adding fields or modifying it. Alternatively, we can just simply publish it to the system. So what I'm going to choose to do is open this blueprint. So at this point, I can see the IT project MApp has been applied. I've got a new module within here. I can edit the form for this. I can then choose to modify this if I choose to. So I could highlight fields that I'm not interested in and remove those. At the point where I'm happy with that, I simply need to go to the File menu and publish this blueprint. It's going to do some checking for us here to make sure that, there's nothing that's going to conflict with our current content. So we'll publish this. What's the name for this? I'll just overwrite the existing one here. Okay, so it's doing that checking now. It's scanning the business objects within the system to ensure that there are going to be no conflicts. It's happy there. I'll click on OK, and that'll be applied. So that could be adding data, it could be creating relationships,
sure.
Adding dashboards, etc. So that's completed. If we now go back to our Cherwell system, and what I'm going to do is just pull down the latest content. Okay, so it's pulled that down now. If I now go to my new menu, I'm seeing that new project option within there. I can click on that and it's immediately available to me, so I can create new project records. I can associate those projects with incidents or problems or changes. So that's an entirely new module, seamlessly merged into Chilwell.
And fast as well. So from download to being usable, a few seconds.
I've done a lot of talking there, but yes, potentially it could be a few seconds.
Excellent, thank you. So if you could think up 3 words that sum up CRM Works, what would they be?
I'm going to use 4. We speak your language. So as I've said, we're very collaborative, very consultative in our approach. We're looking at long-term relationships. We've worked with many customers over the years. We've got a huge amount of experience in delivering these kinds of solutions. So
I'll let you off the extra word. Dave, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thanks.
Thank you.